In the It movies, the main villain is a demonic alien clown named Pennywise. Pennywise is a trans-dimensional shape-shifting entity that terrorizes the children of Derry, Maine every 27 years. Pennywise exploits his victims' fears to disguise itself, often appearing as Pennywise the dancing clown to lure children.
Well, I'm Pennywise the dancing clown.
Pennywise lives off eating children, not just their bodies, but the very fear produced by the children. This is why he often turns into the child's greatest fear to maximize their fear in order to feed off of it. This is what the movie It is all about. It was terrorizing these kids in order to extract their comb. Hollywood hides the truth from plain sight. He literally scared these kids for days in a ritual he takes place on every 27 years. This is what the entire movie was about. In reality, the It movies are a reference to the demonic clowns of the Masonic organization. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about the connection between the It movies and the Royal Order of the Jesters. This episode is a Patreon exclusive that I have heavily edited and censored to comply with YouTube guidelines. I had to censor out a lot of this video and cut out multiple parts in order to avoid getting in trouble. While this isn't how I would want you guys to watch this video, I wanted to provide a version of this video for those who aren't on Patreon. I felt that this is a very important video that more people need to see. Sadly, due to the censorship on this platform, I couldn't tell this information how it needed to be told on here. But if you want to watch the official uncensored version of this video, you can by joining me on Patreon. If you're not a member, what are you waiting for? For $3 a month, not only will you be further supporting the channel, but you would also get access to this video and 50 other exclusive videos that are not available on here. I want to give a special thank you to my Patreon members. Without you, I wouldn't be able to make content like this. Now, let's get right into it. The ancient Arabic order of the Nobles of the Mystic Shrine, otherwise known as the Shriners, is a Masonic organization that was created in 1872 by 13 Master Masons, mainly by an actor William J. Florence and a physician Walter N. Fleming. They sought out to create a social club for Masons that focused more on partying than boring lodge meetings. Not long after their creation, they became known for their philanthropic ways, becoming known for their dedication towards helping children, eventually even establishing the Shriners Children Hospitals. The Shriners were all about the kids. They hosted massive parades for them, where they drove around the city in tiny cars cheering for the kids. They also routinely dress up like clowns for the kids in order to entertain them. At first glance, these Masons just seem to want to help kids, but knowing what we know, it's more likely that they want to have access to these kids. The Shriners don't just dress like clowns to entertain kids. They do it because the clown is the secret mascot of a secret organization at the top of the Shriners. Inside of the Shriner organization exists another secret organization that very few people know about. This organization is called the Royal Order of the Jesters. The Royal Order of the Jesters is a Masonic fraternal organization founded in 1911. It is an invitational-only division of the Shriners, and membership is restricted to Shriners of the highest degree. The logo for their organization is a clown with an exposed. They also have many other logos with a clown or even the Joker clown mask. These are the Masons that are dressing up as clowns. More often than not, the members who end up being invited to join the Jesters are high-level politicians, powerful police officers, and high-degree Freemasons with tons of influence. Now, this organization, like many other Masonic organizations, operates as a sex cult within the Shriner organization. The Jesters are participating in sex ritual with other members of the organization. What they do is set up secret meetings where they bring in women, men, and children to have sex with them. These men have been known to hire prostitutes to attend their lodges and have sex with the members in their secret meetings. In fact, it's even alleged by a former member that in order to be initiated into the Jesters, you must sleep with a prostitute. This former Shriner was using the anonymous moniker as Sam Houston in order to protect himself, and he said this: "What I am about to portray to you could endanger my life and the life of my family. During my initiation of new Jesters, I was offered the opportunity by another fellow brother to sleep with a even though I had a wife and kids waiting for me to come home." The Jesters were not just hiring prostitutes for their meetings, they were having all types of strange sex rituals with them. It was even reported that they would have an oral sex contest with the prostitutes. The organization operates as a non-profit too, meaning that they were a charity organization allowing them to raise money and then use it on to fuel orgies. They are clearly running non-profit frauds because the Jesters' tax returns itemize their cost of their parties as write-offs, and bad cops, bad judges, and corrupt government officials fulfill their exempt purposes. It has been confirmed that they have even trafficked women and allegedly even minors in order to offer them as party favors to other members. In fact, the Jesters dealt with a massive scandal because of this that involved a member of the Supreme Court of Justice, a judge, a sheriff, and many other high-profile community members. See, back in the late 2000s, an investigation into the Royal Order of the Jesters was conducted by the Western New York Trafficking Task Force. The investigation began in late 2007 after federal agents learned that a judge and a police captain were among the customers of a Niagara County massage parlor that hired illegal immigrants to work as prostitutes. The FBI caught these men trafficking women to their weekend prostitution parties from Buffalo, New York to Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Florida, and Canada using a motor home. Court documents show that the Department of Justice and the FBI described the Jesters as having a member in nearly all 191 chapters whose job was to get prostitutes for their weekend parties. One of the members who was arrested engaged in a sexual relationship with a woman who appeared before him in court and recruited her to work as a prostitute at a Jesters convention. He also recruited other prostitutes who appeared before him in court.
A state court law clerk will avoid prison time for transporting an illegal alien across state lines to work as a prostitute. News 4's Jerika Duncan has more on the sentencing today of Michael Stebic.
Prominent law clerk Michael Stebic left federal court in a hurry. Are you sorry for what you did?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Stebic is sorry for getting caught up in a scandal, one that involved and members of his fraternal organization, the Royal Orders of Jesters.
Mike Stebic has had a great career as a prosecutor.
In 2005, Stebic and his former boss, retired state Supreme Court Judge Ronald Tills, went to Kentucky for a Royal Order of Jesters meeting. According to prosecutors, a woman accompanied them with the intent of engaging in sexual acts with members in exchange for money. That's illegal.
Mike was a small player in this event. He had a motorhome. He drove the motorhome down to Kentucky. He had absolutely no contact with that young lady.
Inside the courtroom, Judge William Scretany called Stebic's actions irresponsible and illegal. He also noted earlier admission from Stebic that he's transported women to other Jester events. Judge Scretany sentenced Stebic to 2 years probation with conditions that include wearing an ankle bracelet for 4 months, registering as a sex offender, and paying a $5,000 fine. Stebic apologized to his family in court. His stepmother, his son, and his brother offered their support.
We're just happy with everything that happened.
Do you think probation's fair?
I think so.
A fair sentence in which a longtime respected attorney faces humiliation and embarrassment.
He's paid a high price for what happened here.
Jerika Duncan, News 4.
Federal investigation also resulted in the convictions of 2 other members of the Royal Order of Jesters, John Throwbridge, a former Lockport police captain, and Michael R. Stebic Tills, who was a former law clerk. Throwbridge was sentenced to 2 years on probation, and Stebic received 4 months of home confinement. It doesn't stop here either, as members of the Jesters organization have been investigated for participating in child tourism. For those who don't know what child tourism is, I made a full video about it here on Patreon. If you want to see that video, head over to the collections tab where you will find a playlist with all the Patreon exclusive videos. But for a quick explanation, is when people travel to a third world country to pay for sex with children. Court documents revealed that 19 Jesters were called as witnesses to testify about their first-hand knowledge of sex with minor prostitutes while on a fishing trip to Brazil. Members of the Royal Order of the Jesters went on a group fishing trip to Brazil. While in Brazil, they just so happened to hire a fishing guide who is being investigated for prostitution. Fishing tour operator who took them fishing is being prosecuted in Brazil for using underage girls for his North American clients. Obviously, these men weren't just randomly hiring this person for no reason. They went to Brazil because they knew it would be easier to participate in of children in that country. Notice how these men, a part of the Jesters, were participating in behavior very similar to Diddy's. This is because it's all a part of the depraved sex rituals these occultists participate in. This is normal in the world of the occult. This is what they're doing with the Diddy trial, normalizing this wickedness. This investigation was a massive scandal for the Freemasons, and that's why they did everything in their power to make it go away. The Masons made sure to remove all public websites that were linking the Jesters organization with the Masons. They took down websites and tried their best to wipe the internet clean of any mentions of their actions. The reason this organization is so rooted in sex is because Masonry at the highest degree is all about sex. The Kabbalah and alchemy are all about sex magic taught by the Gnostics. See, the Gnostics believed in enlightenment through sex magic rituals. They believed that by participating in specific sex rituals and harnessing their sexual fluids, they can transmute it into a magical force that awakens a godly spirit. Masonry is all about the secret sex magic teachings of the Kabbalah. They know the power sex holds, how it could create life like God does, so they pervert it and try to corrupt it. They look at engaging in activities as magic, which they can harness. When this gets truly sick is when they involve children. The Shriners aren't at all what they claim to be. This is the truth about their organization. All the top degree members of part of the Shriners were involved with the Jesters. Just like how in standard Masonry, which are the Blue Lodge, the first 3 degrees, they present themselves as good, charitable men. The Masons at the highest degree participate in all the demonic activities. Until a Mason doesn't make it to the 33rd degree in the Red Lodge, they won't discover what the organization is really about. Masonry is all about using sex magic to become a demigod, a false god. This comes directly from their obsession with Gnosticism. In Gnosticism, they believe the God of the Bible is evil. They refer to him as Yaldabaoth, a play on the name Yahweh. They believe Yaldabaoth created Earth, which they call the material world, and refer to it as a prison. They also believe that Yaldabaoth created man and woman and then trapped them on Earth. Another thing they believe is that Lucifer is good. They call Lucifer Sophia, which translates to gnosis or knowledge. They believe that Lucifer or Sophia traveled down from heaven to offer the humans the forbidden knowledge and free them. This is why the Masons follow Lucifer. They believe Lucifer is Sophia and that she is the liberator. They also believe that Sophia sent down Jesus Christ to teach humanity and become gods through sex magic. They have perverted God's teachings, and this is the gospel of the Masonic organization. This is what their organization is deeply rooted in. Aleister Crowley, who was a 33rd degree Mason, was invited to join the Order of the Golden Dawn, which required members to be 33rd degree Masons. He created his entire religion of Thelema based on the sex magic rituals taught at the highest degrees of Masonry. Crowley openly confessed to using children for his Gnostic mass rituals. This perversion runs through the veins of Masonry. Just like Pennywise turns into a clown to bring the guards down of children so he can them, the Shriners do the same thing. This is the evil we are dealing with. The only way we can stop this is by spreading the information and calling them out. Inform those who don't know about this organization and tell them the truth. They can't hide if we publicly call them out. Well, that's it for this video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.